Hello girls, how are you? Today's lesson is 16.5 volume of composite figures, pages 370 and 371. Before we start today's lesson, I want to remind you with the formulas of the volume that we took the last time. We said that to find the volume of a rectangular prism, you have two formulas. The first one is multiplying length by width by height. And we said if it's given for you the length multiplied by the width, it means the area for the base. So you can replace length multiply width by the area of the base, then multiplied by the height also will give you the volume. I want you to remember also that the unit for any volume will be unit cubed. Let's see for today's lesson. In today's lesson, we have composite shapes. What is the meaning of composite shape? Composite shape mean I have more than one shape and combined together or merged together to give me a new shape. How can I find the volume for this? To be more easier for me, I can divide this shape into small shapes, then find the volume for each one of them, then add the numbers. Like for example this one, if I cut it from here, so I will have two new shapes, this part and this part. Each one of them is a new shape. If I got the volume for each shape of them and add it, I will get the total volume. So for example, I will get volume 1 and volume 2. Then I will add the two volume together, so it will be the total volume for the figure. Let's see how can I cut the shape. The shape, I can cut it by many ways. So I want you to try to imagine how you will cut your shape. For example, our shape here, I can cut it vertical or horizontal. The two ways will be correct. So cut it as you wish, then find the volume for the small shapes that you get, then get the total volume by adding these volumes. So here we have a green part and a blue part. I will get the volume for each part separately, then I will add the volume. I will use here the one to the right, this way of cutting, and get the volume. So here this one will give me two shapes. The green part is a cube and the other one is a rectangular prism. I will get the volume for each one separately. How I will find the volume for the green part? It means the length of it multiply width multiply height. The length here as you see is 2. Then the width is what? The width is the same like this width. They are the same. So it's also 2. And the height here is what? The total height is 4. Here it is. This part is 2. So the rest, which is the green part here, is what? Will be the other 2. So now my green part is 2 times 2 times 2 plus. Now let's go to the blue part and find the 3 dimensions of it. For the blue part, the length is 4, the width is 2, the height is 2. So 2 times 4 times 2. Let's multiply the volume for the green part. It will give you 8. Here multiply them, you will get 16. And if I add the two volumes together, I will get a total 24 inches cube. So I got each volume separately, then I added them to get the total volume. So here, as we explained, I will multiply 2 by 2 by 2, here 2 by 4 by 2. Then got the two volumes, then if I added them, I will get 24 inches cube. Yes. Let's start to see how we will do the practice. Find the volume of the composite figure. So also this shape, I want to divide it into two shapes to find the volume for each one separately, then I will add the two volumes. And here, to make it easier for you, they did for you how you will cut. Can you see these dots? To show you how you will cut the shapes. So you will have a shape here, another shape here, get the volume for each one, then add the two volumes together. So the first shape I will call it volume 1. Let's find it together. Here this V1 and this is volume 2. How can I find volume 1? The length is 15, the width is 30, the height is 5. So 15 multiply 30 multiplied by 5. If you multiply them together, you will get 2250. And don't forget it's a centimeter cubed because it's a volume. Now let me find volume 2. How to find volume 2? Here the length is 22, the height is 14, and the width the same like this width, so 30. So 22 multiplied by 30 multiplied by 14, and if you multiply you will get 9240 also centimeter cubed. So now you have volume 1 and you have volume 2. If I added both together, I will get the total volume. So let's add 2250 added to 9240. 0, 9, 4, 2 and 9, 11. So 11,490 centimeter cubed. Here's your total volume. So again, the way I will cut my shape into two regular shapes and I will get the volume for each one separately. Then I will add the two volumes together to get the total volume. Let's see another question. Here in number 2, on this figure, I have two ways to answer this figure to find the volume. The first way that I want you to imagine with me that if this shape is closed, like if it was like this, can you find for me the volume? Yes, you have the width here, the height here, and we can get the length. I will get the total volume. But if this shape complete, no, there is a part here missed. Yes, I can get the volume of this missed part, then subtract it from the whole volume. This is the first way. The second way is what? The second way is to get the volume of this part, then add to it the volume of this part, then add to it the volume of this part. There are three figures now. Each one separately you can get the volume of it, then add them. Let's do by this way. So volume 1. How can I find volume 1? I will start with this one here. Let's see, the length of it is 2. The width of it is the same like this one, so 6. The height is 4. So 4 times 6 is 24, then multiply it by 2, so 48 meter cubed. Now let's get volume 2. I will get this one. This one, the length of it is the same like this one, so 3. Multiply. Now, what is the width of this one? Here, this part is what? The total is 6. This is 4, so this small part is 2 multiply the height it's given for you, that it's 3. 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 6 is 18 meter cubed. Now let's go to volume 3. Which is this stem part. Okay, let's see how we will make it. Here the length of this part is 3 multiply the width of this part is 4, no sorry, it's 6 because it's completing, multiply the height. This part, the height is what? The total height is 4, this part like this part 3, so the rest here is 1, so will give me 18 meter cubed. Now let's add the 3 volume. 48 added to 18 added to 18. 8 plus 8 plus 8 give me 24. 2 times 4 is 6, plus 1 7, plus 1 8, so the total is 84 meter